Good morning, Eric and Teresa here from Apartment B. We are at Spruce Row Campground this weekend, checking it out, just a little like meeting up with some family, that kind of stuff, which we didn't actually spend a lot of time at the campground.
I did, well I worked, but...
Yeah, she worked Friday. We pulled in Thursday night, which was tough because it was raining really hard. It was dark out when we pulled up. Like two things that you do not want to actually pull up to, rain and darkness.
Yeah.
So it was tough seeing, kind of getting through some of the campsites. There was one section where it was kind of like, am I in somebody's campsite or am I on the road? I didn't know. I actually had to get out.
On the trail.
Yeah, I actually had to like stop the truck and trailer right there.
But it was pouring and it was pitch black.
Yeah, it was. You just couldn't see. So then I walked and I thought like, okay, I can get through here.
Mm-hmm.
We are good, but there's a couple spots that are pretty tight through here.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it like where we are is wide open, but to get where we are, there's a nice tight spot that you're driving on tree roots and that kind of stuff.
So just don't come at night.
Yes.
Which you don't really want to do anyway when you go camping. So,
yeah. But when we got here, cell service was very spotty where we are. Up to the top of the hill, it gets a little better.
Yeah.
But it is very Verizon like really didn't work at all.
It literally dropped off. We have a Wi-Fi booster, and I was able to get AT&T.
Yeah,
once I switched to AT&T, it was fine, but Verizon was literally at a certain point it just dropped completely, and I couldn't get it back. And
that was with the cell booster too, actually. So and the cell booster we've got on a flagpole that goes up 30 feet, which really saved us versus having it just mounted on the camper.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't have gotten much of a signal.
That.
Yeah, it was
we have that.
It was a good setup
for
to
when
do.
you're in a wooded area, or just in a we're in a wooded area and kind of like a little bit of a gully kind of.
I mean, it does kind of stink, so it's one more thing to set up versus just plugging in kind of a deal. I'm switching arms here. It's heavy.
If you're truly camping and you don't need this internet or cell service, then that's perfect. That's great. That's what you camp for. But for me, if we're on a weekday and I need to work, I have to have that. So anyway, internet was patchy. Cell service was patchy.
Yep. The campground itself is actually it's nice. There's a lot of like family activities and that kind of stuff. They had like hay rides yesterday. There's a pool that's spring fed that looks it looks pretty cool. It's got like this wavy bottom. It's kind of more of a natural look. And but it looks like a beach, like it's an actual beach it looks like, but it's a pool. Yeah. It did look like there's some crud in it.
Yeah, it's a campground though.
But yeah, and it's a spring-fed pool. It's not like a traditional regular pool, so it's, a little different. There's a water slide to it too. There's playgrounds here.
Yeah.
When it rains where we are anyways, we're site 47, which is down like all the way to the side down this hill. And it's just, it's just kind of a mud pit down here. Some areas of the campground, I would definitely recommend four-wheel drive. I actually had to use four-wheel drive to get it up onto the levelers. It just kind of stopped. It wouldn't go. It was just spinning tires, so I had to kick it into four-wheel drive to get up on that.
Hopefully we can get back out.
Yeah, we'll see. But overall, it's a nice campground. They definitely need a little road maintenance.
Needs a little TLC.
Yeah.
But we have family members and friends that come here every year. We know that this is a popular place. People love it here. So
yeah, it's very popular. There's a lot of full-time people here too as well, which says a lot about a campground too, when people are staying here all year round as like a summer home or weekend getaways or something like that. So when we pulled in, it was an easy check-in process. It was basically just, here's your campsite, here's your pass. Pass has to be visible in the vehicle. But they didn't go through making you do like tons of paperwork and stuff. Like the state parks, it's like a 20-minute check-in process. It's ridiculous. Like you're there forever, and they want to see every document you have, like including a social security card. Basically, it's pretty.
No.
I had one lady at like Lakeside Campground, and it seriously took me over 20 minutes to check in, and I was like, okay, come on, and she kept just talking and talking. I'm like, let's go. So that was nice here. It was like, here's a little pamphlet. They showed you where your site was, how to get there, left it at that, and you were on your way, which was nice. They do have garbage pickup here too, which is kind of cool. You just kind of put it at the end of your campsite and they pick it up around 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
But there's no access to dumpsters, so if you want to like take something out like late at night or early in the morning or something like that, you kind of just have to leave it sitting there, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a good and bad, but it's kind of a nice feature. You don't have to take it anywhere. So, but if you had like a little garbage can with you or something like that, it would work out perfect.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So that would be a tip. Bring a little garbage can, put it at the end of your campsite, and then you throw your stuff in there. And you've got to use clear bags, but they'll actually give you bags at the office for free. They don't charge you for it, which is nice. So
Creature wants to be in this video.
for me.
But this is really close to all of the waterfall hikes we took yesterday.
Yeah, the best thing is location.
Yeah,
I mean, you're just outside of Ithaca. You're really close to Watkins Glen. Was it Robert Treman?
Robert Treman.
Treman.
And
State Park.
Wineries, breweries, distilleries.
Yeah.
But for us, we came to see family and go on waterfall tours, and we did that yesterday. It was awesome. We went half the day on just hikes. So
yeah, Watkins Glen was almost half a day. We did a full Watkins Glen hike.
Yeah.
I had Blythe on my back the whole time.
he's tired.
She got heavy.
But there are, even if you don't want to leave this campground, there's like hiking and walking trails through the woods along a creek. There's a creek right behind us. We should have said that.
Yeah, actually
but there's a little brook right behind us. The dog trail crosses over it. The dog
on like
walk.
a little bridge. Yeah.
It's very pretty. So.
Yeah. So overall, nice campsite.
Yeah, check it out.
It's nice and wooded. Watch out. There are a couple low electrical wires by some of the campgrounds too. I almost took one out.
Yeah.
Because at nighttime I couldn't see it, obviously. So definitely keep an eye out for those. Like ours just cleared it, but it would have gotten caught. Like if I went back any farther, like on the air conditioner or something like that, it could have caught it. So keep an eye out for those. But yeah, come check it out.
Yeah.
It's a nice campground, nice big pool, water slide, all that, playground. Lots to do, family oriented, very activity friendly. They do a lot of activities and stuff. They actually have concerts here too.
Yeah, I think they had one last night we were coming in.
Yeah. I think I want to say Saturday nights, I'm not sure, but they do have concerts here throughout the summer, which is kind of cool.
Next time we come here, we'll actually spend more time here because there is a lot to do.
That would help.
So, anyway.
All right, guys, we will see you next time.